can't buy that for $1.
Oh, yeah. See, we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl explained it to me.
Now, say my name.
People are morons.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Deadwire Live with Jeff and Kev. We are talking about the headlines from the week every Saturday night. So thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you like us. Hit that like button. Comment down below. Got any headlines we're not covering you want to know about in the future? We want to hear about it. All right, Kevin, how you been doing this week, buddy?
Not too shabby. Actually been enjoying the week. It's been a really nice week for work.
Nice.
I don't know if you started the podcast homework yet, but it's good. It's really good.
I have not. What we're actually covering is Spawn, the animated series from HBO. Ran like 3 seasons, 6 episodes each season. So I am looking forward to getting into that very, very, very soon.
Yeah, it's fun because I've been complaining. I feel bad. I've been complaining like the last 2 or 3 weeks. Even when I got home from the hospital, it's like, meh. Work's been okay.
Well, it's got the voice of Keith David, and you've been messaging me about it, and it's like, I forgot he was the voice of that. It's been since it like basically aired on HBO since I've seen that show.
Yeah, it's a trip. Like half of the cast of this series is either from Vampire Hunter D, and the other half is from The Thing. So it's a really interesting cast to mesh together.
Right on.
Yeah. Otherwise, the week's been pretty good.
Yep, just been working over on my side too, and trying to figure out what the hell we're going to cover this week. With it's kind of a nothing week, not too much happening in the world, just a couple political things in America. We won't get into that here, but it's a little wild on that front. But as far as like entertainment news, yeah, we got a couple things for everybody.
Yeah, it's kind of across the board. Like there's a lot that seems like that happened when you look at it overall, but it seemed like it was a very slow week. Like nothing explosive, but we'll leave that up to you, I suppose.
Yeah. So, Kevin, what would you like to get into? You want to talk a little He-Man and feel the power of the week as it ends right now?
Okay, so probably what could be my favorite news of the week is news about a He-Man movie, a live-action He-Man movie that we've been covering together since before this even podcast started. And here's the latest, that Nicholas Gallatin has been cast as He-Man in the new live-action adaptation from Amazon.
He-Man.
Sounds really cool, but how many times have we heard this before in the last 30 years? So all I've really got to say to this is, sure, Jan.
But Kevin, can you feel the power?
I can. Like, I am excited for it, as long as Netflix isn't handling it, because everything that seemed to kind of happen with Netflix in a He-Man way wasn't all that fantastic. That's just my opinion of it. Like, Revelations was great. I didn't finish it. I only got through the first half, but they made me cry with Orko. If you haven't seen it, I'll just leave it at that. But I'd really like a live action movie, a good live action movie before I die, like before it's like retro for my grandkids.
And I totally argue that the old 80s one was a good He-Man. Wasn't great, but at least it had a terrific Skeletor.
Yes, it did. And it had a terrific Evil Lyn.
Yes.
It had a terrific He-Man. It had a terrific Man-at-Arms. It had a terrific Courtney Cox for whatever reason.
Girl is usually terrific.
Yes. But, okay, so look, at the time, the movie was shit. Like, I hated it then. And
most of us did, actually.
Yeah. Going through the 90s, I hated it until the DVD came out. And
Right.
I totally skipped that He-Man in Space cartoon. But having looked at that, the movie's really not so bad. You're like, okay, if He-Man could be in several incarnations of time and space, the movie's really not so bad compared to that piece of trash 90s cartoon.
Yeah, I can see how you can look at it like that. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like all the Thundercat iterations throughout the years, and like the anime version of Thundercats wasn't bad, but that only lasted just a couple seasons. But Thundercats has never actually gotten an actual movie out the gate. And of course, my favorite, Voltron, has been sitting on the sideline since fucking Timbuktu of the middle 80s. I mean, it's had a few iterations, and like the Netflix iteration of Voltron, I actually really like that one. I thought they did a very, very good job. I'd like those writers to handle like another cartoon for like another property. It clearly showed they had some care and love for the property. While they did some things with the story and characters I didn't like, they did at least honor the spirit of the original, in my opinion, and gave us some really badass action scenes. And I would like to see something like that in live action form with He-Man. Like He-Man should be perfectly adaptable, and this casting with Nicholas Gallet, I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name, Galatzine. He's got the look of Prince Adam. He's gonna have to dye the hair. He is gonna have to bulk up, because if he's gonna be He-Man, dude does not wear pants. Let's be legit here. He's gonna have to rock the body for everybody, for the women and the dudes, for whatever reason they need, but he's going to have to bulk up a lot. He's going to have to really put on the muscle mass and really assume that authority. What I've seen him in, he does not strike me as anything more than just a basic Prince Adam look. So he's going to have to turn it up a notch. And whether they go campy, they go serious, remains to be seen. This is an Amazon MGM product. I don't exactly have high expectations for this. Most Amazon MGM products they've been putting out for the last while have not been very good. So I don't know what we're going to be getting here. It could be good. It very well could be. But Amazon is also, unfortunately, on the idea of we need to make sure that everything is included. So DEI, Bridge, all of that is part of their programming and what they're trying to do with their film and TV products. So that said, I don't know how well this is going to turn out, but I hope it doesn't turn out like I think it will.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Was the Tick from this same company?
Oh God, I'm trying to remember that. I know the Tick was largely made by another company, and Amazon licensed it. So that's essentially how they got that. And I really like the Tick. That is on our schedule coming up. So everybody, stay tuned for that. Yeah, I know. We're going to shill every time we talk about a fucking old TV show that got canceled. That's what we do here. But what they did with the Tick was fine, because it was largely made by another studio before a lot of this other bullshit got their teeth sunk into things. And so at least the Tick had 2 really awesome seasons. I wish it could have gotten a 3rd and wrapped shit up. But, He-Man movie, I just can't wait for the day when we hear about a Stargate product and it doesn't have Brad Wright involved, and I'm going, motherfucker, fuck that.
Looking at you, Max. A lot of people have been saying the only way a He-Man movie could work is if it's set in Eternia. I don't know if that's true, because again, we've already had a He-Man movie that wasn't set in Eternia. The part where it was set in Eternia wasn't very fun, actually. It looked kind of stupid, like they were out in New Mexico.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. Like, it being in Eternia, would that be campy and cheesy? Not necessarily. Having, the dragons with helmets on, would that be cheesy? Not necessarily. It's all in how you present it. How
if it's done right, it would look badass.
Yes. Like a dragon in stop motion form would look cool as hell. Not necessarily.
I want a real Castle Grayskull. God damn it.
Yes, actually. Yes. Build that son of a bitch.
Even if it's just the fucking front of it. That's all you need to do. Be a little old school. You don't have to build the whole fucking castle.
Dana Laurentiis would have fucking built the whole thing. He would have.
Yes, he would. And boy, would that have been an interesting movie. It would have been Ash versus Evil. No, Army of Darkness. I'm sorry.
And then blow it up. Blow it up.
Everything must burn.
Oh man, he loved blowing shit up. Like,
Yeah, he did.
I love the story from Red Dragon where they wanted to blow the house up at the end, but the family's like, no, we still live here.
Yep. And our buddy Justin, a proper Snake Mountain.
Yes, please, and thank you.
And coincidentally, he's doing a Masters of the Universe rewatch tonight. So everybody, after our stream, go check him out. We'll see if we can set up a raid for him if he's doing that then.
Where are you watching He-Man? Because I ain't doing shit. I mean,
get back to work, you little bitch. I actually have the Blu-ray set from Germany over on my shelf over there next to my Voltron set. I'll take a picture, throw it up on our Instagram, but I have yet to crack it open. It's got She-Ra power, and I've been itching to get into it. I also have the omnibus for Masters of the Universe from the old comic run. I've been wanting to get into that and actually read that. So I actually got that like super cheap like a few years ago from Amazon. They had one of their little pricing issues. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually with this news, it's kind of got me itching to check back into He-Man and get back to town. My only other concern is like, so if this Masters of the Universe He-Man iteration turns out bad and they try a She-Ra, please, for the love of God, we don't need another cinematic universe. Keep them separate. It's okay. We don't need that. We've had enough of that the last 12 years. Just saying. But they won't do She-Ra because they'll make her lame and gay. Or that's trans.
All I'm saying is Conan and Red Sonja was pretty cool as a universe. That was dope.
Red Sonja DVD on my shelf back here. I just was looking at that earlier today.
I'm just saying, those things are not bad.
Ooh, Justin. He-Ra.
Oh, y'all just broke my dyslexia. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's dope.
My synapses just started twitching. Oh, shit.
I think part of the problem a lot of people have before we move on to our next topic is largely what happened with Kevin Smith on the Netflix series. It wasn't good. It actually turned out to be very shitty, in my opinion. I really didn't like it. I believe it showed a clear lack of understanding about the source material, and he just wanted to make what he wanted. He didn't really make it for like anybody else but himself. And while largely you want to do that in Hollywood, that you want to make something that you want to see, you don't make it for other people. I do feel like there is a certain element of you do need to make this for somebody other than yourself, or you're not going to keep getting work. You have to appeal to somebody beyond yourself.
When it's an IP like this, yes, I agree with you. Yeah, because it's not like a one-off sequel that you're doing.
Right.
It was the great big revival that everyone was really kind of looking forward to. Everything matched to a point. They even said it's a continuation of the original series, and everyone was salivating for it. And again, I haven't seen the end of the series, so I can't judge. What I saw was not the worst thing on earth. I understood what they were trying to do. I think I understand what they're trying to say. But golly, they fucking killed Orko and they lost me. So again, they could eat a dick.
Well, yeah, and then they send He-Man to some nether realm. They make Skeletor some... Oh God, I don't want to get into that right now.
Yeah, but he gets the sort of power in the movie. He turns all gold and stupid looking.
Fucking badass. Just the fight scene kind of was lame, but... Because they ran out of fucking money and they were told to stop shooting. Well, they kind of squeezed that one out anyway.
Thank you, Superman 4. But if anyone wondered where that money went to,
peace, everybody.
Yeah, pieces of check kiting. Anyway,
Well, to go from one shit show to another, we do have a couple Marvel headlines we can jump into.
Okay, so let's see here. What's my first Marvel headline?
Ooh, Kevin's got some work.
We do. I have a couple Marvel things, and I just don't have them in order necessarily. So we'll go with the yay news, nay news. Okay, so Mahershala Ali is being
Mahershala.
Excuse me, pardon. Is in talks to be in Jurassic Park. Was it 7 now?
Something or other.
Yeah, so Jurassic
They're going
World,
back in time for this one, so we'll have to have them do a crossover with Back to the Future. They need to go back to the Old West so that they can make a steam train time traveling device and meet up with Doc Brown. And he's got to wear Nikes because what kind of engine riding is that?
Now I want to see dinosaurs in the Old West and fucking locomotives and shit like that.
Boom. Book it. Let's write it. Let's do it. Anyway, sorry. I couldn't help myself.
I don't know. We probably just got him onto something. But anyway.
But joining, Jurassic Park is still a franchise chugging along. So I can understand Universal trying to find another way to inject like new blood, new characters, new life into the franchise just to try and keep it kind of motivated and going forward. Got to bring in some money for their awesome theme parks that they are building right now, the Epicverse. So that should be pretty cool.
They have a verse now too?
Well, their theme park is going to be like an epic sort of universe where they have like a monster land. They're building Dracula's castle. They have the Nintendo world and then a bunch of the other things that they have under their umbrella. So they're working their way into making a park that'll compete and probably squish Disney.
It depends upon what you're into and what your age is. Because Universal Studios Hollywood is a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. I've been there many years ago, though.
Yeah. And is there as much to do as there is in Disneyland? No, not necessarily.
There's about to be way more.
Yeah, in a way, there's more adult fun things to do. And there was more shopping to do in a way.
Well, it's also less restrictive. You don't have to go on an app, get into a virtual queue, and then maybe, just maybe, you can get on one of the 4 rides you are allowed to get on.
Yeah. Like my wife is like going nuts about wanting to take the kids to Disneyland. And it's like, I know I've told you all these wonderful stories of when I had a annual pass holder or park passport. I'm like, but it is not that way anymore. I'm like, you can't fucking get on Splash Mountain 13 times a fucking day. Like it just doesn't, it
don't work like that.
No. I don't think that happens any time of the year anymore. Blackouts or not. But anyway, I digress.
Well, speaking of blackouts, we're talking about Mahershala Ali and the issues that might be resulting with the Blade movie as well due to this. Because they're aiming to do that Jurassic Park movie is supposed to come out next June.
Now, is this going to hold up the Blade movie, or is this what he's doing in the interim until they decide to get the reshoots that they need to get done to make the new edit that they're going to have out proposed? I don't know.
Blade hasn't started shooting yet. They're actually undergoing their 7th rewrite.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is.
I've seen this on every other stream, and I completely agree, and I've never read a Blade comic book. This is not difficult. Dude with a sword, looking badass in black leather, smoking vampires for an hour and a half. Did you not see Blade 1 and 2? This is not fucking rocket science. It really isn't. I don't understand what the problem is, but Disney and their DEI, I know, we keep saying that. You hear it everywhere. It's the fucking truth. They were trying to make women the main cast in each of the previous iterations of the script. I saw bullet points on one of them, and it's like, holy shit, he's playing 4th fiddle and 5th fiddle in one of the things that I saw. It's like, why is he a guest role in his own fucking movie? We saw what Blade Trinity was all about. That didn't work out for Wesley, and you're trying to do that with an Academy Award-winning actor. This is a vampire killer. kill vampires. Don't worry about inclusion and whatever you're trying to do with the fucking characters and cast. Just fucking make a goddamn vampire killing movie. Fuck. Have him face fucking Dracula at this fucking point, because I know that's a character he fights in the comic books.
Yeah, really. I mean, hook everybody. You don't necessarily need to string them along like they did with Thanos. Like, just hook those motherfuckers. Get him in there with
La Magra from the first one.
That sucked ass.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That
was
was
the movie, but that was bad.
Like, we'll get the worst looking underdone CG blood clot we could possibly find.
Brother.
And then he's gonna stab it. Yeah.
At least with Guillermo, he did something a little more creative and gave us something a little more tangible as far as like actual villains he could fight that are on his level, if not a little more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got my issues with Guillermo's Blade too, but I still love that movie just as much as the first one. So
Sure.
Just put Stephen Norrington back in this one and let's call it a day, you know.
Kinda. I'm with you. I would like to see something simple, something of just getting ready for the Midnight Suns by the end. That's what I think is going to be a big part of their holdup, is them wanting to set up Midnight Suns, which I do want Blade to be a part of. That he could have been mentioned in Doctor Strange, and that would have just been the most perfect thing ever. Yep. Forgive what happens to Wanda if they would have just mentioned Blade, just a little bit of Midnight Suns, Beyond the Darkhold. I mean,
well, I guess there was a reference in Eternals a little bit. I still haven't even seen that freaking movie, and I guess it's a post-credit scene with Blade and like
it's voice
Black
only.
Knight guy. I guess I don't know. I haven't seen it. I've heard about it.
Oh. Well, Black Knight is now canceled. Marvel canceled that shit, which should have been done a long time ago. Because again, Black Knight's not interesting. The last time I saw him was in
Marvel. A lot of people said, "I'm like, okay."
He's in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Like, that's the last outside of the comic books that you ever really see him.
Oh, okay.
And it's really not that interesting at all. It's like a side quest trivia game.
While we're at it, can we get a real Ghost Rider now too? And you can bring back Nick Cage. That's fine.
I wouldn't mind that necessarily. I mean, I do want a good Ghost Rider movie, but every iteration of Ghost Rider I've seen since Nick Cage, that's not to say that Nick Cage was good, has not been good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. The first Ghost Rider movie had some really fun scenes to it. They made him look like Danny Ketch, which I really liked, even though, yes, it was... God, I can't think of his name. Anyway, not Danny Ketch.
We'll be corrected in the comments very shortly, I suspect.
I'm sure. Is he yelling at me yet?
No, but his last comment was basically talking about Midnight Suns villains, Lilith and Zarathos.
That's because that's all I fucking wanted out of goddamn Doctor Strange 2 with Lilith. I want to see her born from the demon. Anyway.
That's crazy.
Johnny Blaze. Sorry. No, I didn't look it up.
I love Nick Cage, Ghost Rider. You know, Danny Kirch is the boy in the second Ghost Rider movie.
There's a second movie? Oh, the little boy.
Spirit of Vengeance.
Yes. I didn't realize there was a little boy. I need to watch that again.
Well, and then they put like Ghost Rider in that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show.
Yes, and his lowrider was flaming.
That's not the only thing that was flaming in that show.
I liked the first 3 seasons-ish.
I barely made it through the second season, to be frank, and I kept trying to get back into it. We can't do it. Neither me or my wife could do
that. Lame.
Yep, Jurassic Park, July 2nd next year. That's going to impede any scheduling. Like, if they get that script going, I have a feeling Mahershala is going to be like, you know what? I have a scheduling conflict. This is not going to work out. I think ultimately they're going to end up scrapping this thing because they cannot figure out what the hell they're doing. They never should have gone forward with this.
At this point, like, well, I mean, that all gets to the fact that Phase 4 was like scattershot. Again, Midnight Suns was part of their idea.
Oh, shit.
Monsters was part of their idea. We saw that with Doctor Strange, and then that was going to stream in through Werewolf by Night, and that was going to continue on further. Who knows if we're going to see those monsters anymore? And that's really sad because that was the only thing of Phase 4 that was really fucking interesting.
That's true.
To me, anyway. Like, that wasn't Loki.
Yeah, Loki was all right. The first season. The second, I tried to watch and I couldn't get through it. I kind of liked WandaVision.
I do.
It has a nice gimmick to it. I really liked how it started. How it ended was kind of eh. And beyond that, like the rest of them, I could not get through the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like at all. I just couldn't. Something about it just didn't feel right. I think it's largely because of like who they have as Falcon. I'm not a fan of Anthony Mackie. And speaking of Anthony Mackie, we got a brand new concept art coming on from a leak regarding the China marketing campaign for McDonald's. They are putting a helmet on him.
Oh,
look at that.
Neat.
So you can't see the head.
Huh. I mean, I get it's used. He's up in the air and all that shit, but
maybe it's just injecting weed into his system.
Hey.
And maybe what's really on his back are a couple of cases of 40s. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know. See, here's my issue with the Falcon being Captain America. I don't like Sam Wilson.
I don't either.
But I love Anthony Mackie. I'm so fucking torn on this. Like, I don't like Sam Wilson, but I love him in the movies. Like, I think he's a much more interesting character than he is in the comics.
I think my problem with Anthony is he is not a leading man. No. He has no business leading a Captain Falcon movie. And the fact that they made him captain is like, okay. He was fine in the movies, like Civil War, whatever, all of those. He was fine because he was not the main star. He cannot carry a project. I've seen him in Altered Carbon Season 2, and I don't care what anybody says. You cannot convince me this guy can lead a fucking project and carry a big budget film on his back. This is why they surrounded him with a giant ensemble in this next movie. They cast Harrison Ford for Thunderbolt Ross and Red Hulk. Like, you needed somebody like that to counterbalance the utter lack of star power he's got. And give me the back comments. I don't care. He has no star power to lead and carry a movie on his back squarely. That's why there's so many other people in the next Captain America movie, because everybody knows he can't carry it by himself. Chris Evans, say what you will. As Captain America, he carried Captain America. He became Captain America. Sam ain't that, and Anthony Mackie ain't Sam. That's just my opinion.
Can we show this real quick? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't work in the comics either.
That's
Bucky did.
Where I'm thinking is like me and like I know vocal minority, but I squarely believe, but I don't like Sebastian either. Dude's a dumbass. But him as Bucky makes sense, and it follows the comic books, and he's the rightful mantle to carry on because he actually has the arm that can handle that shield. Yes. And do the things that Captain America is required. Plus, he's also fighting his bad side that he's had for so many years working with the Russians.
Yes.
That's very compelling, more than, oh, hey, you hand me the shield. I'm Captain America. Yay. That's utterly disappointing to me.
It was honorable and nice. But ultimately,
in super sulfur.
I stopped reading before Sam got the shield. When I stopped reading, Bucky was Cap. Steve hadn't come back yet.
Yeah.
So, and I really liked Bucky as Cap. He took the shield and the mask away from the Punisher.
Yep.
Who was trying to pay homage Just Steve.
One of the comic series I did read.
Yeah. And that did not work out well.
No.
He beats the shit out of Frank and takes it and then makes his own Cap costume. And Yelena, the blonde Black Widow, helps him become the next Captain America. And it was actually a really neat comic. That's kind of what I would like to see from the movies, but I don't know if they're going to do that. We'll see how this movie does. If it doesn't test well, then that if they make another Captain America movie, they make Mike Sebastian that Cap or have him be a guest in another film. I don't know. Maybe they'll both be Caps in this movie.
Oh, God. Well, shoot me already, but I think putting a helmet on it is very bad. And I actually really don't like this logo up here. Like, that's very generic and stupid.
Not Captain America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right. Well, let's see here. Do we have anything else from Marvel? We do. We do. We go with a couple extra things still. So, Giancarlo Esposito has been confirmed to be in Captain America 4. So we haven't really transitioned yet. We don't know who he's playing. All we've known is for the last several months is that he's been wanting to play someone in the MCU. Specifically, he would think it would be fun to play Professor Xavier.
Yes.
I don't know if I've not seen him in anything, so I can't say, that I want to see him as anyone.
Gus Fring in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are like the big things. He's also been in like one of the Far Cry video games, one of the later entries. So, and he's also in Mandalorian. He starts off with the Darksaber at the beginning of Mandalorian.
Oh,
you remember that at all? Yep.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember his name in this show. I'm a bad Star Wars fan. Well, not for Mandalorian, but he's pretty good. I really like him, and he definitely brings a zest to any role that he's in. He's got a great presence, good charisma, but he's been pining to be Professor X, and a lot of us would agree. I think he'd do very well as Professor X. But you have to cast somebody opposite with a Magneto in order to counterbalance that again. You need somebody who's willing to do that. I would argue make Denzel Washington your Magneto against his Professor X. And I know, race swapping, yeah, I know. But that's where it makes sense. Because you have two talented actors who could definitely bring it to a role. You clearly have to give a new origin and a new story to it. It's something that actually could work. Whether it will or does, who knows? Doesn't look like it's going to happen. I think we're getting a different character.
But you understand that if you fucking cast Denzel as Magneto, you're going to have every fucking woman in this country, if not the world, being like, Magneto was right!
Magneto lives matter.
No, the whole thing, like, is Magneto was right. It was from X-Men 97. It's like I could just see like every woman being like, he was.
And I could hear others going, Denzel.
But
I love Denzel, don't get me wrong.
I don't I sent this to Justin earlier, and I sent it to you as well. This is the set photo that's leaked of him from Cap 4. So it's not Professor Xavier.
What the fuck is he wearing?
He looks...
I know knives. I'm not dumb.
I was going to say he looks like a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
Or he's getting ready for Iron Chef.
He has said that he's playing a character that's altogether new and fresh.
Oh, God.
So this, as Justin said, this could be an amalgamation of two different characters in the X-Men universe that's anti-mutant.
Yep.
Gosh, who was it that you said, Justin? Henry Gyrick and who else? I cannot remember, but it would be somebody with the Friends of Humanity, which would be very interesting to see. I don't know how well they would play out in Captain America 4, so I'm not sure. At a guess, I would say he's playing possibly a darker Nick Fury, Taskmaster perhaps, leading in, because he says it leads into a team. You
Didn't
see
they
them
already
here
cast Taskmaster
in Black Widow 4.
and Black
Yes,
Widow. Yeah.
but that wasn't Taskmaster.
Okay.
Like, they called that woman Taskmaster, but Taskmaster is not a woman, and actually is a character, like a shield agent that goes rogue, basically. Like really paraphrasing, but it's somebody that's on par with Nick Fury, or that could be with Black Widow of that status, who can copy anything that he sees fighting style.
Okay.
And is very organized, has his own hit squads and stuff like that. It's not SHIELD, but, pretty well funded, as long as they get the job done.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so maybe he leads into being that Taskmaster. I don't know. But what they showed in Black Widow, I don't think we need 3 characters from that movie, one of which being mute, being in Thunderbolts. Asterisk.
If that movie even gets made too.
It's made, isn't it?
I have no idea about that one. I've been so wrapped up in like all the problems with Blade, because it's one of the few entry franchises I actually give a shit about. So
I don't know. That was supposed to be Dark Avengers, and they turned it into Thunderbolts. I'm like, well, okay.
yeah.
I don't care. But anyway, all right. So let's see. Last up on my Marvel list is the popcorn bucket reveal.
You didn't show me this picture. Oh my god.
When Dune came out, Ryan Reynolds posted the picture of the popcorn bucket, and he said, just wait for the Deadpool Wolverine popcorn bucket. And this is a picture of it.
Oh, Justin, we're going to play it.
All right. We do. That picture does this bucket no justice. It doesn't.
We're not going to do volume, everybody. Everybody's videos have been getting hit with it, so. But they what they do is they play the 2001: A Space Odyssey theme.
We should have played Mozart or fucking Amazing Grace or something public market.
Right. Man alive. Ryan Reynolds is so fucking funny with this. It's raining popcorn. It's raining popcorn. Oh my god. I uncovered his eyes. Now he can see what I'm about to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, so good and buttery, baby.
You just need to start shaking it so the popcorn starts flying out.
Oh boy, that's super funny. I mean, you got to check that out with the audio. It's pretty classic. There's no like verbal words or anything. It's all just a showcase, and that is a legit popcorn bucket. So Steve Fodes, that's a special shout out for your popcorn bucket watch segment that we are still waiting to get you to complete again.
That's true.
Well, welcome back from your trip, buddy. We'll have you on soon.
I can't wait to get that. And I already told my wife, I'm like, I'm getting it. She's like, how much is that going to be? I'm like, I don't fucking care. 30, 50? I don't care. I'm like, who cares? You can teabag Wolverine. It's awesome.
What's funny is that that's one of the gimmicks that's getting people to go back to the movie theaters, just to go into the theater and get a popcorn bucket. It worked with Dune. It's working with this one. This is the year of popcorn buckets. Even like the Ecto 1 and like the Ghost Trap got people back into the theaters. Just to even get those, and those are going for like crazy amounts of money right now too.
Tell me about it. Goddamn dirty scalpers.
Bastards. I almost was able to get a Dune popcorn bucket for like $35 and like $5 shipping, so like $40 total.
Oh, wow.
And I thought about it too long, and when I decided to go do it, the price got jacked up to like $70. I'm like, I'm out.
God damn.
I was like, the theaters that had that bucket around here were all the way in like downtown Phoenix. And I'm not driving an hour and a half through the middle of that horse shit just to get one. So,
yeah, no. They had the Slimer bucket here. And I was like,
yeah, they had the Slimer one in my theater. And I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, those did not look the same way that they did in the picture.
Yeah.
Imagine a really nice Whopper and then what you commonly get at the drive-thru. That's what the Slimer bucket was. Really unfortunate, and they had to apologize. And I think some people got money back for that.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I think so, yeah.
Mm.
So, anyways, and then wrapping up comic book movie news, I think. Yes. Okay, so we already know that there's going to be a Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover movie.
Hell
now
yeah.
we know in talks for that movie is going to be Thor himself.
Yes.
Super excited about that. And the best my wife had to say was, why not Josh Duhamel?
No.
Because he's busy. I don't fucking know. It's Thor.
Just no. I like Chris.
Cares?
I really want him to have something outside of Thor for him to do that doesn't involve Men in Black, Ghostbusters 2016, and I don't know. Any of the other movies he's done. I know he's in Furiosa, but I've yet to see it myself, so I'm not going to pass judgment on that one. But like, he's done like 2 extraction movies on Netflix that I guess are pretty sweet, and I actually want to check out soon too. Boy, my list of I want to see this and that keeps growing day by day. But you know, I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for Transformers G.I. Joe, and I know the movies haven't been like great or anything, but this could be fun. I kind of hope it is. I mean, I don't need it to be smart. I just want it to be fun. Just please don't be too stupid to where I'm like, wow, that made $1 billion. That was actually pretty shit. And I didn't have fun watching it. So, like Transformers the Last Night.
I don't even know which one that is.
I don't even want to remember which one that is.
I liked the first 2, I think. And maybe the 4th one that had Mark Wahlberg and Grimlock on it.
Got me on that. I am not the big Transformer nut, even though I have like the first 3 of them on Blu-ray here.
Yeah, and I only liked the one with Grimlock on it because I fucking love the Dinobots. So.
I think that's not the Last Night.
But him not king.
I did like Rise of the Beasts. I will say that, and I was never really into Beast Wars. My wife was, and she liked the movie. It was fine, but I got a kick out of it, and it's giving us Transformers and G.I. Joe. So my only comment on this is I want a real goddamn Cobra Commander. Goddamn it!
Why not Joseph, dude? He was cool.
I want a real Cobra Commander. Damn it!
Oh man. He was the only good part of that movie.
I want a real Cobra Commander, goddammit.
He had a metal face and everything.
Well,
but yes. Yeah. I want a real Cobra Commander. I'd like a Serpentor to fucking badger him as he badgers Destro.
Let's fucking go.
I want the shit to roll downhill in Cobra.
Well, they actually have to build Cobra up first. I mean, there's elements I like of the G.I. Joe movies. The big question is like, so are you starting a new retcon of G.I. Joe to make this work? Or is basically every movie beforehand now considered canon? Where I didn't like Snake Eyes. The movie was horrible.
I didn't.
Storm Shadow was the hero of that fucking movie.
Really?
Oh, dude, you don't watch that. It'll piss you off. Fuck. Anyway. Speaking of other franchises of movie news happening, there is something of a good note going on in the horror universe. Nope, sorry everybody. No Friday the 13th news this time. We're talking about Blumhouse and their ideas for The Exorcist are now going to be no more. Mike Flanagan is now taking over the franchise. He is penning and going to be directing the next trilogy. Nope, that's okay. You can throw your image back up.
No, this is prettier. Sorry.
Oh, well, this is from Deadline. It's a pretty good article. I know him from his TV shows on Netflix. God damn it, I gotta look him up because I'm spacing him. Fall of House of Usher. Yep, that's the most recent one. And then he did like the House on Haunted Hill, and then Haunting of Bly Manor. And those are pretty good. I actually like those.
He did the House on Haunted Hill movie, the remake in 2000?
No,
98?
he did the TV show. Or I'm sorry, The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh.
Then he did Midnight Club. I didn't watch Midnight Club, though.
Oh.
But he did Oculus, Ouija, Origin of Evil.
I didn't see
Dr.
that
Sleep.
one. Dr. Sleep, I heard was good. I started watching it, and my wife came in the room and started talking. And she's like, I don't like The Shining. Like, good.
It's not really The Shining, but okay, yeah.
That's what I said.
I mean, it ties in with it. I actually really like that one, too. Now, not all of his stuff is fantastic, but I do feel like Mike will be a lot better than David Gordon Green, who can stop fucking writing anything for existing IP. He can write original stuff just fine, but he could stay the fuck away from Halloween, and he can stay the fuck away from Exorcist. He can stay away from original. He can stay away from IPs in general, unless they're original. So
maybe this will work out because I mean, you look at it historically, and Addison will argue with me, I'm sure. Like, Exorcist was amazing. Exorcist 2 was shit. Exorcist 3 was amazing. Exorcist 4 was okay. Exorcist 5 was shit. Maybe next one will be okay. Or maybe we'll go back to being really good again. I don't know. But things come and go in waves.
That's true.
But Addison thought part 4 was shit. I thought 4 was fun.
That 4 was all right. Depends on which one you're watching, though.
The theatrical release.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one was dog shit. Dog shit. Hyena shit. Really bad CGI hyena shit.
Oh God, please don't remind me. We talked about that on that episode. Oh my God. I tried to strike that from my memory. Just like I tried to strike Deceiver from my mind, and I actually did watch that. And it
did
was
you
bad.
Really?
I wish I didn't. Dude,
I
it's
won't watch
fucking
it.
horrible. Like, it's clear David Gordon Green needs to stay away from existing IPs. I ain't kidding. That's not just a statement. I honestly believe he needs to stay away from that kind of thing. His ideas are shit.
Yeah. See, now even Justin is saying Ouija Origin was really good. I didn't see that, but Ouija was really, really good.
Ouija was good. Oculus, I haven't seen that one, but I have seen Dr. Sleep. So I thought Dr. Sleep was really good. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I quite enjoyed it, actually.
If I have it, I'm pretty sure I do.
Might be on HBO Max or Netflix right now.
I will rip it for you. Oculus is amazing. It will fuck you up.
Okay. Hey, I'm game to watch. If it's a horror movie, I'm totally game unless it's a torture porn thing like Saw or Hostel with Eli Roth.
Saw movies, I like the first 7 Saw movies I really enjoyed.
I only seen the first 2 and I stopped partway through 3. I'm like, this isn't my jam.
I'm sorry, the first 6. Like it ends for me where he like kills the guy from the insurance company, and I'm like, yeah, fuck him. That one made a fucking political statement and I loved it.
Wait, Karen is in Oculus? Okay, yeah, I need to see this then.
Who?
Karen Gillian?
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Gillian?
It's not just a horror film, and I know we're gonna lose people here. It's a WWE horror film. It's
hey,
really
some of those
good.
are fun. See No Evil. Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
Both See No Evils are really good movies.
The first one's really good, actually.
Yeah. The second one, it's okay, but it continues. Yeah. It's a continuation, but the first one's great. Yes. This Oculus is really good, but Ouija's really fun. I liked that one. I do want to see the second one just because I like Lin Shaye. So she's my scream queen.
Yeah. So it's pretty exciting time for Exorcist fans. Like, you might be able to take a deep breath and just kind of move back on with life, and hopefully Mike Flanagan can do something fun and creative with this and give us something exciting.
I hope so.
Thrilling. All right.
I missed something. For comic book news. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You want to throw it in now, or do we want to get on to some Silent Hill news?
Yeah, because it'll take just a second. So we don't know what's coming up next for Marvel, but we do know that Jennifer Lopez has canceled her summer tour. That's all about her, and she's deeply heartbroken and saddened that she has to spend time with her family. But this really kind of makes me hope that auditions for Shang-Chi 2 are happening.
You mean like a casting couch sort of deal? Gotcha.
Yes.
Can you do a backflip off the back of the couch?
Yeah.
Quarter gainer. And a 650 roll. Yeah, let's go.
With the plie. Anyways, so yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead and we can get to Silent Hill.
Brief interlude. All right. So what we got planned is we're going to do a little trailer for Silent Hill 2 remake that got announced the other day from Sony. They had a little bit of a showcase going on, but I haven't actually seen this. I don't know if Kevin's already kind of spot checked this bad boy or not, and I don't know if we're going to get hit. I don't care. We're going to play it anyway. So.
It's going to blow you the fuck away.
I'm a fan of the original game. I don't know why we're not getting a HD remake or whatnot of the very first game. We seem to be starting with Silent Hill 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Anyway.
Capcom was like, no, we're starting before the first one.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
God damn.
I was just...
Oh, man.
It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you.
I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm
You're
lost.
right.
I'm looking for Silent Hill.
I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it?
Is it dangerous?
Maybe.
Everything you say ends with an upward inflection.
I was about to say the same thing. Oh, that's funny.
Sorry.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, oh shit, dude. So far this seems all right, I guess.
It looks movie worthy. It's pretty.
Yeah, I mean the graphics look pretty damn good. I'm not too sure I'm on board with the modeling quite yet, but
well,
yeah. I like the music. I clearly love the setting of the mist and everything.
It's been a good 13 to 15 years since I played the second one. And that was my first time ever. And I think I made it as far as to the school.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I need to see if I still have the HD remaster of 2 and 3. I need to look for that. Anyway.
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not.
Bitches.
I do.
I'm going either way.
Ooh, here we go.
No, you shouldn't be here.
Ah, hello, Nuss.
This is how kink starts.
Hey, no kink shaming on this show, Kevin. We save that for when we have guests. That way we can embarrass them.
That's true.
And Justin, you have an open invitation. Anytime you ever want to join us, just let us know. We'll fire the link over to you.
Anytime you want to get kink shamed, you let us know.
Yep. Man, this looks like it's going to be fun as hell.
Definitely creepy.
I'll be good. I
Yeah, that's what I
promise.
want.
Tell him I'll be good, please.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Is he flashing you?
No.
Please.
Well, I don't know. Ooh. Just in time for my birthday. Hey. That looks pretty fun.
I like
I'm not
it.
sure about some of the model, like the graphic work on the models. It doesn't look quite right. I'd have to look at comparisons to other screenshots from like the older game, but other that notwithstanding, I'm pretty game for a little bit of horror going on. That's not involving space.
Yeah, I guess. Which is funny because I'm the one that doesn't like sci-fi.
Hey Solomon, what's up, dude?
We do have some space horror coming up, but I will say this about that. I don't know that I like Silent Hill compared to Resident Evil. Resident Evil may have kind of ruined me on the survival horror type series because Silent Hill has no guns. Like it shows him shooting a gun in this, but I don't remember getting a firearm, but maybe once playing that game.
Yeah, I know, right? Me too.
And that's not a bad thing. Like that adds to the stress level. You don't want to go in there fucking God mode. You want to go in there feeling helpless and scared. That's part of the survival horror.
Exactly.
So, I mean, and as far as that goes, Silent Hill probably has the upper hand on Resident Evil, but I do like the ass whooping. So I'm kind of a Resident Hill.
True.
Resident Hill.
Kind of Resident Hill. That's the new horror game from the idiots at Suns and Shadows.
Call us. I'm a Resident Evil baby. I blame my buddy Brian for that. That was our first gig together playing that.
I'm a Resident Evil guy too. I just need to finally get around to playing the other games in the series. Like I've played like the first one remake, Resident Evil 0, and then I've played 5. I've played part of 6. I just need to get around to actually doing more on RE4 than like the first hour. So
I need to buy RE4, the remaster, not the remaster, the remake for the remake, PS5 because it's been redone in the VR headset, and I'm like,
oh yeah, that's right. You're our VR guys.
I want to kill those.
Get you hooked up on a gameplay. That'd be kind of fun.
Something, or just I would love to show you guys what I see and show you guys how scary efficient I could be at some of these games, and just how clumsy stupid I could be at some of them too.
Yeah. Well, we are working on getting some streaming going on for video game stuff. So by the end of the month, we should have something in place one way or the other. I got a capture card. I just need to figure out how to set all that shit up.
Yeah, we got to YouTube's it. Well, I could sit there and play ping pong like a motherfucker, but if I'm playing like my gun fu or gun kata game,
ooh, gun kata,
do pretty good at it once, you know, if I practice for a little bit. But if I just hop right into it, like as I normally do, hit the ground running after not playing for a few weeks.
Yeah,
like I want to be on the ground sucking my thumb. Because there's so many fucking like bullets raining down on you. You're like,
let's storm. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
And I'm okay at games, so I guess we'll see how it turns out.
But if I may share something for just a moment.
Absolutely.
That having been said, where is it? Right here. I have a VR game for you. Share it, son of a... Here we go. This is Alien Rogue Incursion. This is just announced. And it's taking place on another LV. And again, this is quick, but it's all VR, what you're seeing. So it's all from your first person point of view. And again, there is no TV. So you are holding that rifle. You are holding the motion sensor. and it will buzz anytime something is clicking towards you.
Oh damn.
I am so pumped for this.
Ooh.
And it's in 3D surround sound.
Okay.
It's going to be beautimous. The only thing is holiday 2024. So that could mean anytime
that'll be like
from your
around
October 8th
Thanksgiving.
to hopefully before fucking New Year's.
or Christmas, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I've had my eye on that for the last couple of weeks, but they just released the trailer for it yesterday, along with Resident Hill. I was gonna say it again.
Let's get that
Evil.
hashtag going.
Excuse me.
Right. Another Alien game. I just got done playing Isolation. I still need to get back to finishing that one too. I have it on the PS4, which is out in the living room. If I start playing that in the middle of the night and I wake my wife up, that's going to be a whole different kind of horror situation I got to deal with.
Oh, dude, I'm going to try to go in the house and watch Godzilla -1 when we're done here, and my kids are all asleep in the living room. It's like,
dude, movie is so good.
Like,
oh my god,
this shit's getting loud, fuckers.
Oh, it'll shake the house in a couple of scenes, fucking sure.
What I may end up having to do is actually put on the headset. So,
that's very wise. You'll wake everybody to shit up.
Because again, 3D surround. So, all right. Anyways,
any other ones? Because I only got one more left.
I don't have any other trailers. No.
All right, then I got one last item of business for us, and we're gonna start singing about it. It's another Disney project. Moana 2, everybody.
Yeah.
I
don't give a shit. I liked Moana. I have kids, so I watch Moana all the time.
Well, this was supposed to be the TV show for Disney Plus. They're repurposing it into a movie.
Oh, is that what happened?
You're getting television quality CGI that's getting upraised a little bit better. And they're trying to navigate the story from like what was originally supposed to be multi-episodes into just one coherent movie. So they're doing additional work, but a lot of the work has already been done. This was supposed to be a TV show.
Take out all the filler.
Well, yeah, kind of. Aren't they making a live action Moana? Yes, they are.
Yes.
That is going to start production later this fall, from what I hear.
They haven't started that yet?
No, but Rock is ready. I believe they start shooting September. It could be August. It really depends on Rock's schedule, though. But he did sign up. It sounds like they're just hammering out final details and getting the script finalized.
I dig it. I was going to say, because I thought, like, once he was done fighting, like, he was back to work on that shit.
Yeah.
You got to get that hair going.
Well, we'll see about that, but it's supposed to come out, like, next year, so. They're like, running the train on, like, all their products right now to try and get them out so they have a better year next year.
I have the hardest time trying to get my kids to watch wrestling. Like, they love the explosions. They love the songs that come out.
Oh, hell yeah.
They will watch it in short bursts. But when I say, y'all, look, it's fucking Maui. They don't give a shit.
Nope.
He's got the fucking tattoo and everything. Listen, close your fucking eyes. It's Maui.
Well, when they do the live action version, he's going to, unless they put him in a fat suit, he's going to be looking like he's been eating like nothing but like water for like the last year because he's going to be so jacked.
Yeah. I wonder how they're going to handle that. That's going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah.
What's up, sucker?
Oh, shell, yeah.
Yoink.
This makes me want a wrestler called Shark Boy to show up in this movie.
Shark Boy.
And yes, he sued Shark Boy, the wrestler, did sue for that Shark Boy and Lava Girl movie years ago because he had the
Wow.
rights to that name for entertainment purposes well before that movie was even a thought.
Good for him.
Anyway, I know, random. We'll get back to it.
She's
Yeah, I
finally
kinda-
leaving.
I gotta admit, it actually does look pretty good CGI wise.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the first one. And you say you have?
Oh yeah, several times. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really good.
That's what I'm saying.
That's Hey Hey. It's a
Okay.
chicken with half a brain.
Oh, okay.
This is a call from the ancestors to sail to new skies and reconnect our people across
Pig.
the entire
Moo. Those are pirate demons.
Oh, okay. Moana dos.
And that's Maui.
Maui?
Boat snack. Oh, boat snack upgrade. Bacon and eggs. Why did
Oh.
you bring the pig last time?
That made me laugh because that's like the one complaint that people have about Moana is like, why do you show the pig, but the pig's not in the movie?
Okay.
Like the pig's in it for like this much of the movie. But otherwise, Moana, as far as Disney movies go, is probably the last one I've really enjoyed since The Princess and the Frog.
I didn't like that one.
Again, Keith David's in it, so I was like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
true.
But I enjoyed that one because it was old-fashioned animation style.
Yeah.
This one, of course, is not, but it's fun because it's rock. Lin-Manuel Miranda does the music, I think, and the music was fantastic. The
Okay.
story was pretty good. It involves basically a tribe staying on an island, and it shows that they've been there for generations, like 16 generations or so.
Okay.
But they need to go beyond their island, and they're not allowed to. So her father is the chief, not allowing anybody to go out beyond the reef, and she's got this heart that's calling her to go, as it does in Disney flicks.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course Maui is the god Maui, and he's funny as shit because he wants zero responsibility to do the things that he's supposed to do.
Oh.
And it's rock, so he turns out to be a total narcissist. So it's like a
Oh,
play
so
of-
like himself. Gotcha.
Yes, and it's a huge joke upon himself, and it's really great. If you know The Rock, it's funny because he is making fun of himself. But they have this one song that's sung by Jermaine Clement called "Shiny." That's a great tune. My only lament is that David Bowie died before he could cover that song. Like that
Okay.
would have been a perfect Bowie song.
Hmm.
Yeah. So everyone at home's like, oh God, okay. Thanks, Kev. Thanks for that rundown.
Bravo. Bravo, good sir.
Thank you.
Hey, I don't know about the movie. I haven't seen it. So
We lost Justin.
thank you for sticking with us, good sir. We appreciate you sticking around as long as you did.
Moana.
Yep, and that's how we're ending this shit show.
Shit, no, it's not.
Uh-oh, Kevin's got something last minute. What is it?
We do. So, okay, I've got a little bit of shit talking. Let's see here. Which one do I start with?
Just a little, huh?
Okay. So apparently Beyonce and her country album covered Jolene, as all people do when they want to make a country album.
Huh.
And of course, as all reporters do, they stirred the pot and they went straight to Dolly Parton and asked her opinion what she thought about Beyonce's cover, Queen Bee's cover of Jolene. And representatives basically said that she liked it, and Dolly had to clarify, well, I think that it was very bold of her, the way that she did it, that she expected it to be sung the way that Dolly wrote it and sang it, and that most people perform it, and that Beyonce performed it a different way, and that was very bold of her.
But doesn't Beyonce have the best music video of all time, Kevin?
Who the fuck cares? Like, you're not green jelly. This isn't Three Little Pigs. This video sucks compared to that. Yeah.
I love that song.
That's what I'm saying. I don't give a shit what her video is if it's not fucking anyway.
Dun, 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 dun.
If it doesn't have claymation stop motion, I don't give a shit.
Yep, then GTFO.
No, but this reminded me of a joke of this Southern woman that was sitting on the porch sipping tea, talking to her friend, saying, "My beau bought me a diamond ring." She's fanning herself, and her friend sips her tea and says, "That's nice."
I am so not a country guy unless you're talking about Shania Twain. And then I got a different interest than her voice, so.
Hey, Justin came
on
back.
That one, Kevin. Hey.
But then this other woman continues on. She's like, "Well, my beau also took me on this long, luxurious trip." And her friend takes another sip of her tea and says, "That's nice. My beau bought me this pretty dress." That's
Ain't
nice.
that a thing?
"Well, what did your beau do for you, honey?" "Well, my beau taught me that anytime someone offends me or irritates me, instead of saying fuck you, I just say that's nice."
That's funny.
So again,
Yeah.
anytime someone irritates me, instead of saying fuck you, I just say that's nice.
Nice. Oh my god, that's funny.
Moving along in the news. And a theater in Massachusetts had to apologize this week for having Richard Dreyfuss as a guest. For having, he was supposed to be having questions thrown at him for Jaws, and that was the questions that he was throwing at or fielding.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, he just went off on like racist and homophobic and all sorts of other rants and diatribes. And I wanted to put on there like this like response of like, "Well, what did you think? The shark's name was Bruce."
Don't misgender the shark, dude. That's
But
not
apparently
okay.
what he was doing was so like thoroughly and actually offensive that it's like, oh gosh, it's sort of not even really polite to joke about that. So again, people, Richard Dreyfuss was a mean man before he got old. Stop looking him for shit like this. Like, he was never a nice dude. Not when
He
was
is not
Hooper.
Mr. Holland.
No,
Just
no.
saying.
Not at all. Oops, need to get rid of that. And then speaking of other nice, not nice men, Nelson Peltz, formerly of the Disney board, who ran to overthrow Bob Iger because he didn't like all of Iger's quote unquote woke agendas.
Yep.
And that's what was he felt that is what was causing Disney to consistently lose money on all their films.
It is.
Including all their live action remakes that nobody asked for.
Bingo.
So Peltz lost his bid to overthrow Iger and said, "I will be watching you. If you continue to lose money, we will be back to overthrow this board." That having been said, this week Peltz sold all of his Disney stock at $120 a share and made over $1 billion this week. So the choice is up to you whether or not you want to say, "Screw you guys, I'm going home," or "Bye, Felicia.
Bye, bitch."
It's really up to you. Like, Peltz could have been somebody saying, "You know what, Disney, I don't like the virtue signaling," or he could have been somebody saying, "Yeah, you know what, I just made a bunch of noise in the news. I increased my stock. I'm out."
Yeah.
It's really, really hard to say which the hell he was.
Yeah.
And then on a darker note for entertainment this week, last week we saw that there was a tie in the box office for the first time in God knows how long for first place. At $30 million, which is the lowest, the lowest box office for Memorial Day in over 10 years. That came down between Furiosa and Garfield. Well, projections look like this week that Garfield will take over #1 spot from Furiosa. So
Garfield 316 says he just ate your lasagna, Furiosa.
bitches.
Yeah. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And then the last thing I have for everybody isn't news necessarily. It's so much of an article of Bill Skarsgård reflecting back on it before it first came out. And I do remember this. They released the images of Pennywise. And it was before the movie was even filmed. And people were very confused. Like, is this going to be good? It doesn't look like Tim Curry. And he came out and said that the studio was very mean. He felt that they were very mean releasing those photos of him as Pennywise, and that he would never suffer that experience again. You're right, dude. You're right. Never, ever let a studio take advantage of you like that.
Just draw it on your chest like everybody else's.
Shelly was here.
It should also say "Cry Me a River." Kevin. Oh my god.
That's all I had for this week.
Well, I don't got much else either, unless you want to talk about politics or wrestling. And we don't really have a wrestling show quite yet on this channel, but stay tuned for that. We are looking into something, and Solomon knows a little something about that. But want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in this week. We really appreciate you checking us out. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button. You want to subscribe to us? Please hit that little subscribe button and hit the little bell notification. And if you got any comments, any headlines we didn't catch that you think we should, put them down below. We want to know about it. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you all on the next live stream.